Welcome back to the channel. We got some updates, we got some things going, we got some things coming. You might want to stay tuned for this. It's gonna be epic. Just wait. So, what we're doing. First, let me start off by saying I have updates coming for this guy. I'm not going to show it yet. It needs to be cleaned up. I got some things going on, so stay tuned. Make sure you are following the channel. But today, I am working on a client's vehicle. This right here is a 1989 Mazda Rx7 convertible, and it came in for some routine maintenance. He had a fuel leak. As you can see, this hose is completely trashed, and we wanted to make sure that we clean this up. He also had some other issues. Matter of fact, hold on. All right, this is better. So he has some issues. As you can see, this guy broke, and he got some corrosion going on. There's a whole lot of stuff going on. So he wanted me to replace this and get some other stuff going. So we're doing some routine maintenance. We're getting some things done. I got the manifold off, as you can see over here on the table. Majority of the parts. Here's the manifold. Got everything off just so I can clean up. He also had a literal rat's nest, and I wanted to vacuum all of that out, get a lot of that stuff cleaned up, get a lot of that out of there so that I could see exactly what's going on. So he did have a broken fuel line, or busted fuel line, just old, corroded. He still got some corrosion going in the motor. I did explain to him it might possibly need a rebuild later on, or sooner than later, but we're going to see what he wants to do. He just want to get it running. He was going to get rid of it, so that's what we're doing. We're also replacing his oil cooler lines. We're putting on the new water pump housing, new water pump. We're also doing, a new gasket for the lower intake manifold and things like that. There were some problematic issues that I saw with his vehicle. There was some blocked hoses, preferably the coolant lines that go to the throttle body. And I'm sure there's some other lines that it's just corroded, just built up built up coolant that's been sitting in the motor for years. I guess the car sat up for so long. So we're going to take care of that. We're going to get to it. I'm going to start putting the lower intake manifold on. I'm not going to be out here long. It's been a long day for me, dealing with some things. And we'll talk about that. We'll talk about what's next for DLW Motorsports. Some events that's coming up, some changes that's coming up. And I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, let me show you guys what I've done so far. Like I said, I'm not going to be out here long. The lighting over here is terrible. Please forgive me. I'm not going to be over here long because I was already out here all day working and cleaning a lot of this stuff up. But I did get the manifold on. Now, he got some old vacuum lines. A lot of them are just old and corroded and broken, and I may have to replace a couple of these, but so far so good. It's on. I got this will be considered the mid manifold, and then this is the upper manifold right here. So the 91, or I would say the NA Rx7s had 3 manifolds. You had the lower intake manifold, then you had the middle manifold, and then the upper intake manifold went on top of that. So yeah, I'm gonna put the fuel rails on, or put the fuel rail on. I already put the new grommets on and everything like that. So replace the fuel line, because the other one was just, like I said, this right here is just, this is bad. This is bad. It's ripped and it was leaking. It's all soft. So that's what I was doing. So just taking care of my client, you know, trying to get his car back on the road, get him out here, you know, driving again. I'm not sure if he's going to keep this car. He did say that he wanted to sell it and get rid of it. So he just want the basic bare minimum, get it running, clean up a little bit of stuff here and there, and that's about it. So update, let's I may have to sit down for this one, guys. Let's talk about this update that we have going. So many of you know about 7 stock. Some of you may know. Oh, this light, the sun is blazing. That's a little bit better. So many of you know or have heard me talk about 7 stock. Last year wasn't very good for me. I had some people back out on me. You know, not just one person, but a multiple of people. I never talked about it. I never said much about it. The only person that really knew, other than me, was my wife, and it was tough. To the point to where I was gonna shut everything down, because I felt like a lot of people were saying they was gonna help, jump in, they was gonna do A, B, and C, and I'm gonna switch to the shade because I don't know if I can do this. I guess I can stand. So, you know, a lot of people said that they would. This lighting under here. Oh my God. There we go. Oh my God. That's better. That's a little bit better. So, you know, many people said that they would help, that they would jump in, help me with the business, with the company, with setting everything up, with getting merchandise and all this stuff, and they never showed up. Only a couple people who have been rocking with me since day one showed up. And this is not a video to bash anyone or anything like that. This is really a video of triumph, what to do when you keep going, when you don't give up. This is that video. But I have to share, you know, what transpired, so you guys kind of, you know, get where I'm coming from and things like that. And so last year, like I said, there was a lot of things that didn't go well. The car wrap went okay. You know, shout out to my neighbor for stepping up and helping me with that. There was supposed to be, my logo was supposed to be on the car. That didn't go too well. You know, a couple people were supposed to show up with some merchandise and things like that. Didn't show up. One, you know, caught off that day, you know, that morning as we were pulling into 7 Stock to say, hey, I'm not gonna make it. So mentally, I was all over the place that day. I reached out to one of my close friends recently and shared with him some things that, you know, shared with him what I was dealing with, how I felt about the company and things like that. And we decided, after the encouraging words from him, he decided to throw his company into the mix to become one of my biggest sponsors. Shout out to Black Gold Enterprise for stepping up and helping your boy. I'm trying to give you guys good lighting, but these shadows are killing me. So he stepped up. He did some things. He made some phone calls. He called some people. I'm not at liberty to say. However, we've been prepping and planning ever since then. That was about 3 weeks ago. And I'm gonna make this video short. I don't want to make it too long. I don't want to leave you guys out there. But there are some things that are coming. New merchandise. I'm talking t-shirts, beanies, hats, lanyards, keychains, shirts, hoodies, jackets. This is kind of a rebranding and a rebirth of DLW Motorsports, and so I wanted to come on here, share some of these things with you guys, let you guys know what we're going to be doing. So any of you that's in the SoCal area, I will have more information on 7 Stock as it gets closer to that time. But if you are in the SoCal area, all my rotor heads, all my car enthusiasts, pull up to 7 Stock. See what your boy's been working on. We've been grinding. We've been, you know, meetings after meetings. You know, late night phone calls, Zoom calls, preparation, planning. You know, we've had some hiccups along the way, but things are starting to look up. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I just wanted to share what we're doing, give you guys some updates. I don't get a chance to post my content like I want to. I really, guys, I really want to post every single day. But life doesn't let me do that at times. And so I find myself recording some video, but never posting it, never putting it up. You know, I'll even say I could use an editor. Any of you that's good with editing and you're reasonably priced, leave me a comment. You know, leave me a comment with your information. Let me know, you know, what you do, and we'll go from there. But you know, a lot of the editing I've done myself. A lot of the recording I've been doing myself. But we have some things in the work. Big plans. And so we're working on shop space that will allow me to record a lot more content, because I'll be free to do the things that I want to do within the confines of my own space. And so that's what we're working on. Stay tuned for more. And I know I say that in majority of my videos, but this one's real. Stay tuned for more. We got a lot rolling out. We got a lot coming. I will try to update you guys as much as possible. Follow me on IG. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Facebook. Like, comment, and subscribe on this channel, because I'm going to be updating on all platforms. So with that being said, stay tuned. More is coming. Peace.